Wilkinson said he was amused by the phony innocence of naming a shop Dick's Climbing in Bristol's so-called gay village. I agreed and pointed out that the juxtaposition of the blues shop next door also afforded humorous comment. Wilkinson is an enthusiast of such establishments, though he is keen to point out this is for aesthetic reasons only. Wilkinson explained that Barry's cafe had been closed for some time. The sign in the window said they were closing for a few weeks due to illness. Barry apologised for the inconvenience. The note was over 2 years old. Wilkinson said that he thought Barry was dead. Barry's cafe was once popular with Bristol first bus drivers. Wilkinson told me he'd always avoided the cafe for that very reason. I thought the Palace Hotel looked out of place in Old Market. Wilkinson seemed very excited by my observation and went on to explain that the Grade 2 listed building was erected in 1869 based on the false expectations that Brunel would build the terminus to the Great Western Railway in Old Market. He said it was saved from becoming an estate agent's and is now a gay-friendly bar owned by the same people who own the Bristol Bear Bar, situated opposite. Wilkinson told me he'd never been in the Bristol Bear Bar, as he didn't think he qualified. The two statues that look like mermaids with erections are Hermai, in the Assyrian style. Wilkinson said that Cosgrove the estate agent was run by a man who he had once had sex with. A one-bedroom house in a gated development in Jacob Street costs £182,500. That libertine at Cosgrove said it was a short walk to Cabot Circus shops. A bus driver for First Bus in Bristol earns £18,000 a year after training. I mentioned this as troubling evidence of society's ongoing drift towards barbarity, with the rich getting richer and the poor ever poorer. Wilkinson interjected that he didn't care if bus drivers had to live in sheds. Myasthenia gravis causes muscles to fatigue quickly. Muscles controlling the face are often affected. This means that sufferers may be unable to smile for long periods. Clearly, this is very socially disabling. Wilkinson said that no one had smiled at him all day. If you want to take the wheel and become a First Bus bus driver with First Bus, you can fill in an application form online. Wilkinson said he had thought of applying. He explained you had to confess your criminal convictions on the form, as buses often carry people who are vulnerable, such as the elderly and children. I don't think he applied, but to my certain knowledge, Wilkinson has never hurt anyone who is elderly or a child. Wilkinson kept pigeons. He was keen to show me the seagulls that he said were a living reminder of Bristol's great maritime history. This is the only one we saw on our walk. Buses, Wilkinson said, were a constant reminder of his inability to amount to anything greater than an eccentric ambisexualist filmmaker with a cat. He blamed Margaret Thatcher, who he had said you were a failure if you were on a bus, and 40. Actually, the quote is apocryphal, and it was 26, not 40. I only told Watson it was apocryphal. He retorted that earlier no one on the bus had smiled. Wilkinson speculated wildly that as they looked a bit like us and even had the same tripod, that they might be making the same sort of film of us and we might be in it. To continue that deceit, I'm sure I was at this point looking as confused as my presumptive doppelganger does here.